target individual. So this is very freaky. They're able to manipulate a target individual's bodily functions, things like their pain receptors, their stress hormones, stuff like that. It is absolutely creepy. They're able to speed up a target individual's heart rate to very rapid speeds and stuff like that. And they're able to, and they also have in their arsenal something that's called direct energy weapons. And I'll explain that in a little bit. In my experience with a direct energy weapon, it is so frightening. But here's been my personal experience with electronic harassment, and particularly the nanofiber aspect of it. I've actually been induced to have panic attacks on 2 separate occasions. This is before I realized I was a targeted individual. I shouldn't say panic attacks, what I thought were panic attacks. Basically, my heart rates just started speeding up very, very rapidly. It was just going at full blast, and so it kind of freaked me out. I thought I was actually having a heart attack, and so I went to the hospital. I had the ambulance called. I was at work. I had the ambulance called to my job. They took me to the hospital, and they said, "Oh, nothing's wrong. Everything's normal. Your EKG is just fine." And I'm thinking, well, how can my EKG be fine? Because my heart rate was going 90 miles an hour, before you got here. And so I just resolved that I was having panic attacks. But now I know a little bit more about the technology. I realized that I was not having panic attacks. And this is kind of when the harassment first started, and that this was just part of the game. It was part of this sick game to make me paranoid and to drive me crazy. And fits into the whole scheme of them being a target individual. All you know is that you're hearing voices. You're hearing voices in your ear. And so you start to think maybe you're schizophrenic or you're having some sort of psychotic episode. And if you try to explain to somebody else, hey, I'm hearing voices in my ear, then naturally they're going to have the same conclusion. They're going to think, okay, you're being schizophrenic or you're having some kind of psychotic episode. And reality is that you're not. It's these voice of God weapons. And this only serves to further isolate the person with their isolation tactics, because